Hi everyone, Meteorologist Bill Rentschler in the 1011 Hour streaming studio. Hope everyone is having a nice Thursday morning. A nice day yesterday. Temperatures well into the 70s. A little bit of breeze, though. Also continue to see dry conditions. That's going to continue to be a theme as we head over the next several days and over the course of the next week or so. It is Thursday, so as we kind of jump in, we're going to start off with a look at the most recent drought monitor. We haven't looked at the drought monitor for a couple weeks, really a couple months even, really, because we don't really see a whole lot of change in drought conditions as we head through the winter time frame. And again, we're kind of starting off a little bit on the wrong foot as we head into spring and into our rainy season. This is the drought monitor we had last week. Again, almost the entire state covered with abnormally dry conditions. Again, we have severe drought kind of across north central, northwestern Nebraska, areas of extreme drought in the northwest. We also have, again, you can see that stripe kind of where conditions aren't as bad from south central Nebraska up into the northeast. Again, indicative of kind of where the storm track was, at least there for a couple weeks in the winter time frame. So again, conditions in Grand Island, Hastings, down towards Holdridge, up into Columbus, and up towards Tacoma. Not quite as bad, just abnormally dry. But this is the drought monitor we had last week. We did see some improvements as we look at the drought monitor this week. Again, we had some improvement in those drought conditions across parts of the Sandhills, kind of north-central Nebraska. But again, otherwise, most of the state basically staying the same with this latest drought monitor that was released early this morning. So again, we have almost the entire state that's under some sort of drought. Again, if you look at kind of the time series of our drought status over the course of the last year, you can see basically for the last 6 months, almost the entire state has been under some sort of drought conditions. You go back to this time last year, again, things were kind of looking good. We only had about 25% of the state that were under drought conditions, but again, now we've kind of flipped the script on that. So about 6% of the state under extreme drought. Again, that's mainly in the Panhandle, northwestern Nebraska. About a quarter of the state under severe drought conditions. About 42% of the state under moderate drought conditions, and about 20% of the state under just abnormally dry conditions. But again, only 2.75% of the state right now remains drought-free, and that's in extreme southwestern Nebraska and extreme southeastern Nebraska. And here in Lincoln, again, starting off the spring and kind of our rainy season on the wrong foot. Again, for April, we've only had 1,400 of an inch of liquid precipitation so far this month. Again, about a third of the way through the month. For the meteorological spring season, which again is March, April, and what will be May. Already an inch below normal for our liquid precipitation, and for the year, over 2.5 or 2.25 inches below normal for our rainfall. Again, obviously we can make that up pretty quickly. It just takes one or two storms to kind of move through, and we can erase some of those deficits. But again, we just need those consistent rains over the coming weeks and over the coming months to really improve those drought conditions. And right now, again, at least over the course of the next week to maybe 10 days, that's not really in the cards for us. So if we look at the National Drought Monitor, again, worst conditions are across the desert southwest into parts of Texas where we have areas of extreme and exceptional drought. Again, across the high plains as well. Again, parts of Wyoming, Nebraska, the Black Hills up into North Dakota also have some areas of extreme drought as well. But by far and away, the worst areas are parts of Texas, southwest Texas, and into the desert southwest. If you look at that time series for the National Drought Monitor over the course of the last year, again, things have kind of been improving over the last several weeks and over the last several months. You have about 40% of the state, or of the country, that is, rather, that right now is drought free, and just about less than 2% under exceptional drought, about 7% under extreme drought. So again, the Lincoln Weather Almanac for the day yesterday, 77 and 37. It's awfully nice out there yesterday. A little bit of a breeze to deal with, but temperatures were pretty comfortable, as I mentioned just a second ago. No moisture, though, yesterday, so still well below normal in terms of our liquid precipitation and our snow for the season. Look at the weather headlines for today. More windy weather expected today. Temperature is going to continue to be above average. As we look ahead to the weekend, it's going to see more wind. Also going to see more warm temperatures. It could even be just hot at times for some parts of the state this weekend, with temperatures potentially reaching up to around 90 degrees for some, before we see slightly cooler weather as we head into early next week, but still looks like it should be pretty normal for mid-April. As far as low temperatures this morning, not a bad start to the day. Lows for the eastern half of the state were generally down to the 40s. 40s, including 46 here at the Lincoln Airport, 42 in Grand Island, a little bit colder in the west, where temperatures drop down into the 20s and low 30s across the Lincoln Metro. Tempest weather stations, low temperatures this morning in the mid to upper 40s here at the 1011 studios of 40th and Vine, low of 49. If you look at the air quality, it is much improved compared to what we were dealing with over the past several days, thanks to those northerly and northwesterly winds that we had yesterday that helped scour out some of that smoke. We are going to keep an eye on the weekend, though, as those strong southerly winds are expected to return to the area. And again, with some of that continued burning down across parts of Kansas, and again, a return to those strong southerly winds, we could see the return of some of those smoky and hazy conditions. Again, right now you can see across parts of southern, southeastern Kansas, there is some poorer air quality in those areas as the wind has flipped around and pushed that smoke the other direction. So we'll keep an eye on that as we head over the next several days. But at least for today, we're going to stick with that north and northwest wind that should keep us, again, smoke-free across the state. You can see a much clearer picture on Lincoln Skyview, again, compared to this time yesterday. Also continuing to see mainly clear skies for Grand Island, O'Neill, and North Platte early this morning. Right now, temperature-wise, it's 55 at the airport, 54 here in Midtown Lincoln. Northwest breeze already picking up a little bit, gusting up to around 30 miles an hour. Temperatures on the Tempest stations across town generally sit in the lower to middle 50s here in the capital city, and across the state we have temperatures running the range from the low 40s in the far west to the low to mid 50s across eastern and southeastern sections of the state. Winds out of the north and west at around 10 to 20 miles an hour, and already seeing again some of those wind gusts between 20 and 30 miles an hour. I think as we head through the afternoon, could see top end wind gusts 35 to maybe around 40 miles an hour. At times maybe just a touch breezier than what we had yesterday. You factor in that wind, we do have some wind chills that are down to the 30s for parts of the panhandle. Satellite radar picture, really not a whole lot to see. Again, we're looking at a lot of sunshine right now across the state. You look at the visible satellite imagery. Again, a couple things. One, you can see kind of it's getting a whole lot greener compared to a couple weeks ago across the state. Also, again, you can see I don't think there's a single cloud right now across the entire state of Nebraska. So, again, mainly sunny skies right now across the state. If we zoom out and look at a regional view, we can see some scattered showers kind of rotating through parts of Iowa. We might see one or two of those, maybe clip extreme eastern Nebraska as we head through the day today, but generally I think we're looking at dry weather as we head through the day today. You zoom out and look at a national view. Again, also can see some of those rain and snow showers across parts of the Great Lakes down through parts of Pennsylvania, West Virginia, into Kentucky. Otherwise, right now, things are generally pretty quiet across most of the area. If you look at the weather alerts, still have a number of flood warnings across the, Mississippi Valley area, down in Kentucky, Tennessee, down even into Mississippi as well. Red flag warnings are in place for much of Nebraska, including parts of South Dakota down into Kansas. Again, continued dry and breezy conditions will lead to elevated fire danger as we head through the day today. Those red flag warnings in place from noon today through 8 p.m. on Thursday evening. We check out Skycast again as we head through the day today. Again, it's going to be mainly sunny. It's going to be a bit on the breezy to windy side, though, for us as we head through the day today. Again, those winds gusting maybe up to 35 to 40 miles an hour at times. Some cloud cover this afternoon, especially for the eastern sections of the state. As we head towards Thursday night, we should be looking at mostly clear, quiet conditions. It will stay maybe just a touch on the breezy side as we head through the overnight hours. But then as we head into Friday, more sunshine expected as we head through the day. Winds will be much lighter for us, though, as we head through the day on Friday. But that wind will pick back up as we head into the day on your Saturday. Mostly sunny skies, but those southerly winds could be gusting up to around 30 or so miles an hour. And again, that could bring some of that smoke back into the area as we head through the day on Saturday. But generally looking at dry weather over the next several days and really over the course of the next week. This is the 7-day precipitation potential. Again, there could be some spotty light moisture kind of here and there across the state, but really we're looking at dry conditions over the course of the next week. Severe weather outlook for the day today. There is a marginal and slight risk for areas down off to our south and our east. Nothing for us to worry about here at home. Same as we head into the day on your Friday, as we should see dry weather. And then on Saturday, again, while we're expecting mainly dry weather across the northern tier of the state, we can't rule out an isolated rumble of thunder. We zoom in, take a look at the statewide view. Again, mainly sunny skies as we head through the morning. A little bit of cloud cover for the eastern sections of the state as we head into the afternoon. Also, again, it will be breezy to windy, mostly clear, mainly dry as we head towards 10 o'clock tonight. Overnight, mostly clear, quiet, and then through the day on Friday, much lighter winds expected, especially for eastern Nebraska. That wind will pick up a little bit in the west as we head through the day on Friday. But it's mainly sunny and mainly dry as we round out the work week into the weekend. That wind will pick up for eastern and central sections of the state out of the south. I think we'll see mostly sunny skies through the day on your Saturday, and again, generally dry conditions expected across the area for us as we head through the day on Saturday as well. Take a look at that wind gust forecast again as we head through the morning and towards the noon hour. Again, those winds will continue to pick up, and again, gusting at times between 30, 35, maybe close to 40 miles an hour at times. That will continue through this afternoon with those north and northwest winds. As we head past 4 or 5 o'clock this evening, that wind should begin to settle down for us. And I think by 10 o'clock tonight, that wind should be, again, fairly quiet for us. Again, maybe remaining just a bit on the blustery side overnight, but then much lighter winds are expected for us as we head into the day on your Friday, save for, again, the western third of the state. They'll see a little bit of a southerly breeze, maybe gusting 20 to 30 miles an hour at times. High temperatures today, not quite as warm as they were yesterday, but we're still looking at mid to upper 60s to low 70s across the state. We'll shoot for right at 70 degrees here in Lincoln, 68 for the Tri-Cities as well as North Platte. Low temperatures tonight, a little bit colder, falling down to the low to mid 30s across the state. High temperatures on Friday, upper 60s, low 70s for eastern Nebraska, but getting into the 70s, maybe even low 80s across the west by Friday afternoon. Into Saturday morning, mild temperatures to start the day with readings in the upper 40s and low 50s for some parts. We'll go mid 40s here in the capital city. Saturday afternoon, again, this is the day where we could see temperatures maybe make a run at 90 degrees for parts of western and southwestern Nebraska. Not quite that warm for Lincoln or eastern Nebraska, but we'll still see readings in the upper 70s to low to mid 80s by Saturday afternoon. So 81 in Lincoln, we'll go 85 in Grand Island and Hastings, 87 in North Platte, and again, maybe right around 90 for Imperial and McCook. Into Sunday morning, again, I think you could leave the windows open Saturday night, Sunday, depending on maybe what the air quality looks like, but low to mid 50s for lows into Sunday morning. Sunday afternoon, we'll start to see some cooler air begin to move in the west, so temperatures upper 50s, low 60s across the Panhandle, still reaching though the low 80s for Lincoln and southeastern sections of the state by Sunday afternoon. Into Monday morning, it's 20s, 30s, 40s, and low 50s for lows to start the day, and then cooler but still fairly seasonal weather than is expected Monday afternoon with highs in the upper 50s to upper 60s across the state. 7-day forecast looks like this. Again, you can see really chances for moisture are pretty slim as we head over the course of the next week. We're going to be dealing with, again, those blustery winds off and on as we head over the next couple days, including today. Friday doesn't look like we'll see as much wind, but Saturday and Sunday look breezy to windy. That looks like it'll continue into early next week as well. We'll see those temperatures go from the low 80s Saturday and Sunday to the mid 60s Monday, upper 60s by next Tuesday, low 70s by next Wednesday. So again, just a brief dip down in those temperatures as we head into early next week. Then you see there on the 10-day forecast for select cities across the state that we see those temperatures back into the 70s and even up close to 80 degrees through the second half of the week next week and into the following weekend. 8 to 14-day temperature, the precip chances, I should say, are pretty isolated as we head over the next week to 10 days. So again, not great chances. It looks like we'll continue to see some pretty dry weather as we head over the next week to 10 days. 8 to 14-day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center. This takes us April 17th through April 23rd. Continues to favor above average temperatures across the area as we head through that time frame. We continue to favor below average precip in the west, but most of the 10-11 coverage area kind of again in between there. So again, equal chances for both above or below average precipitation during that time frame. But again, the way things have gone for us the last couple weeks, I would tend to think that we would lean towards drier than normal conditions across the area. So, again, just a lot of wind for us to kind of keep our eyes on as we head over the next several days. Again, we'll keep our eyes on that smoke down across parts of Kansas, at least with those northerly and northwesterly winds today. That should continue to stay out of the area, but those winds will swing back around to the south. That wind could bring that smoke back into the area as we head into the upcoming weekend. So we'll keep an eye on that. So appreciate everyone for tuning in. As always, again, keep it tuned to 1011 both on air and online for all of your latest headlines. Until next time, hope everyone has a nice Thursday.